What's up, guys? Welcome to episode 15 of Smash Course. We're back with another episode, just the main crew. It's myself, Joe, and HBox. What's up, guys? How's it going?
What up?
Going all right, man.
Sick. So we got a couple things to bring the news to you guys on, or just recap. So Smash Summit voting was complete, so we've got the whole roster lined up for that. Then we've got some hype tournaments coming up this and next weekend. So yeah, guys, let's talk about the Summit real quick. 16 players, they're all confirmed. The voting happened, the automatic invitees happened. What do you guys think of the roster?
Well, I think seeing this the way it finalized, I came out as one of the best rosters possible. We didn't quite get the pop bonus that we did last time, which, I mean, all things considered, was a friggin' miracle how much money there was last time. But, you know, now we're matching the size of, I think, Smash Summit 3 or 2, which was supposed to be sustainable. That's still a good thing. I think it's added to a 10K pot bonus, so it's still a great pot bonus, pot size. So obviously the people who are in will be myself, Plup, Left, and Armada, Mango, Mewtwo King, Wizzy, and X, and the two who got in, and that's pretty standard. You know, the players who've been placing the best, and the other two who got in based on placings were SFAT and None through Full Bloom. None being the big sleeper pick. I think it's really exciting. Even though for the first time Johnny isn't making it, now we have None replacing him. So I think people really enjoy watching that and seeing that. Then we get to the voting round. The 6 people who got voted in. First day was West Balls and Hugs, which were 2 veterans, 2 of the classics, 2 of the definite top 20s right now. So it was just good to get them in. You know, they kind of deserve to be in just based upon their predence, their legacies, you know, their demigod status. Hugs. West Balls was considered a demigod for a while. He went a little lower in the rankings. Hugs has sort of been climbing into that echelon more and more and more, almost there. So that was fun. That was good for them to get in. However, there was a slight problem with that, and that's like the fact that that's the fact that Hugs is really good at organizing spirit bombs. He's really good at getting a stream together, and the fact that he got in the first round meant that you can clearly tell he's one of the most organized. He was ready to sell out and campaign and do all that, but it was almost too effective, so he got him right then and there. And then what you were left with was basically a number of other people, these really new up-and-comers who wanted to make a statement for themselves. And, you know, we had in the running, there was like Legend, Michael, you know, 2 Saints, Smash Bob, 4 Puffs, maybe 4 or 5. You know, you had guys like Zane, Ice was in there, you have Ginger, you had a few others. And the people who ended up making it on day 2 were 2 Saint and Umsa. Umsa was pretty much a guaranteed good thing. He raised the most money definitely last time making it in. But now Umsa is pretty much top 10. And that's so it's kind of, everyone's kind of like, well, yeah, obviously they'll make it in. So there wasn't nearly as much buzz around it, but everyone still loves seeing him play. He's still very exciting. And then 2 Saint was the chosen Puff, the chosen other Puff who made it in. Which of any of the Puffs make it in, I'm happy it's him because he and I actually the closest of any 2 Puff players. We're friends. I share advice with him, which people might find shocking, but really it comes down to a matter of fact that I respect him, and I think he's a good player. I think he's very aggressive. I enjoy watching him, and he's real with me, which I like a lot. And then finally, last day, it was Ginger and Zane, which is what I think everyone wanted. So Ginger, pretty much him or West Ball's best solo fucking main right now, and Zane, basically best solo Marth main in the world, bar none right now. So yeah, I think it's a great lineup, great diversity. Who do you guys think is what pick are you most excited about of the voting?
Dude, I'm a 2 Saint fan after seeing him make his last run, and now like just how he's handled the whole campaigning and like that tweet reply that he sent to you, like that was god tier, dude. Like just pick which side of the ledge you want, bro. Like just let me know. That was sick, man.
That was really funny. I'm happy he did that, and I'm like, because I always get fucked in Summit teams anyway. So like, I said, you know what? Maybe I want to have fun with this, but also want to like really embrace someone else's Puff. So it's like, let's do it. And I still think Juan 2-Step is the most original, the one they have. But I think they're all good. Let's Kill Melee, Puff Daddies. You know, I'll let probably the people decide on it.
But yeah, I met 2 Saint at Gommel last year, and like he put out this tweet like, "Yo, can someone help me with like my geometry homework or something while I'm at college. Like, you know what I mean? Like from there, I was just like, this dude's a character, super nice guy, super humble guy, but very hungry to compete and improve. So I think Summit's going to be a perfect opportunity for someone like that to not only grow as a player, but also have more people discover them. Because I think he's a really, really interesting character. And, you know, East Coast Melee has kind of been silent for a little bit, kind of been on the down low. So it'll be nice to have someone representing them for Tri-State.
Yeah, we also had no New England meme pick, no New England bombs this time. It could have easily been Crush again, but I don't know. Crush in his completely complicated humor and how he approaches, like he did a thing where he made an AMA and answered 0 questions on purpose. He did a thing where he left an interview about 15 seconds in. He did a thing where he retweeted an ad from every team that tried to pick him up on his Twitter, just to show clout. And I don't know, man. That guy's a fucking enigma, but only he can pull that off. So I mean, respect. I guess someone's got to do it. So, but I mean, I love the guy's Fox. I think it would have been dope as shit to see him again. I hope at some point his character is funny. His personality is just friggin' like unheard of, one of a kind. But I hope that he can take the joke a little less seriously and actually maybe roll with the cards a little bit, because I think a lot of people want to see him compete, and sometimes it involves, agreeing to things and signing up to things. So I don't know. He's his own person, but I really enjoy watching his Fox. So I hope he does it more often.
Yeah, I'm definitely happy about Toussaint too. It's good to see another Puff for sure. This is a character that like literally has just pretty much been you, Prince Abu, and like a couple other people here and there, but Toussaint's really getting up there this season. And Zane too, also really hype. I mean, they're the collegiate players as well, so I got the super bias for that. I'm absolutely pulling for them because they played in the CSL season and made it pretty far too. Zane's team's going to nationals, but also like Ginger, definitely interested to see him. I watch Melee definitely less intensely than I do Smash 4, but I've definitely heard Ginger's name a lot lately, and I like Falco a lot, so that's one of my favorite characters. Yeah, I mean, overall, it just looks like a really solid lineup. You got the top guys, and you got some interesting wild cards from like the other parts of the like top 100.
Also, I just got joined by the Practical Task Man, by the way.
How's it going, guys?
Dude.
Good.
Good to see you, man.
Starring, I guess.
Yeah, dude, this is hype. This is amazing. It's like the second face reveal. This is great.
Yeah. Yeah. I hear you guys are talking about like the summit results.
Mm-hmm.
The one thing
yes, we are.
Me
Practical Task. What do you think is the strangest pick of this time?
I honestly think Toussaint is the strangest pick. The other ones seemed. I feel like isn't Toussaint the lowest of the SSBM rank 2017?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I feel like
he's like 99th or 98th or something like that.
100 or something.
Yeah,
he's 100.
Okay. Yeah, I felt Toussaint was the sort of most out there pick, but I mean when he was competing with like Smash Bob SquarePants, I feel like he's not actually that out there, right?
Right.
But the one thing that interests me the most about Summit voting this time around was actually the lack of the vote bombing right at the end of each round, right? So I've been doing sort of like Summit kind of analytics for the past couple summits, like players that are in or like that are campaigning, they'll send me messages saying like, what do you think we're going to need to get in? And I figured from after seeing round 1 that round 3 would probably end up being around 30 to 40,000 votes, depending on whether or not voting picked up. But the fact that it didn't is really interesting to me, because we're back around like Summit 3 levels of votes.
Yeah.
Which I think was sustainable for Beyond the Summit at the time, but I don't know if they've changed the scope and scale of Summit since then, considering like Summit 4 raised like $175,000 or something, and Summit 5 raised like $275 thanks to the power of anime.
Yeah.
So
that intro is the GOAT.
Yeah, basically. So I don't know if what they're getting, what they're pulling in now, which was fine back at Summit 3. I don't know if that's still fine.
That's an interesting point. If like their projections match what their current budget is going to be, yeah, pretty cool.
Well, I mean, they know what they're doing. They still get hella viewership for whatever Summit event they run. I guess they just gotta throw a Summit, guys. Just gotta throw the tournament for the sake of the game. Put the money back in there. Just gotta do it for the greater good.
No, just win and then donate your winnings back to Beyond the Summit so that they can run the Summit 7.
I don't think
with only spacing. With only spacing.
Yo, also one really interesting thing that HBox brought up was how Hugs had a really organized campaign, and that allowed him to like clinch a nomination and like win really early. And also he's like from an accounting background, I'm quite sure, right? So that's a pretty interesting correlation that like someone who made it far in like a very organization heavy professional field was able to just like translate that to Smash. I think it's so cool how people's real life skill sets can translate into the game.
Yeah, same.
Or even like things outside of the game, like streaming and stuff too. Also, like someone who's really organized will like, do the same like time every time they stream or whatever. And that could help you as a streamer and stuff. Just a lot of interesting like overlap between things.
Yeah, there really is.
So anyway, coming up this weekend, we have two pretty big events. We've got Switchfest in SoCal and Flatiron in, is it Boulder? I know it's in Colorado, but I think it's Boulder.
It's at CU Boulder, the school.
Sorry, what is it?
CU Boulder, so I'm assuming it's in Boulder. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So Switchfest is looking absolutely stacked for Smash 4. Nairo, Leo, Tweak, they're all going to be meeting there. DeBuzz and Mistake are not going, but that's 3 out of the 5 like current top 5 that everyone's determining like which of these players is going to be number 1 right now. Like I've said before, I think that's Nairo, Leo, and Tweak being very close behind. But I think DeBuzz probably like has the second best claim after Nairo. So I'd go like 1 Nairo, 2 DeBuzz, and then 3 probably a tie between Leo and Tweak. What do you guys think about that, as well as the other top Smash 4 players going to this event? There's like some shulks coming from different countries.
I like that they have the Japanese Smashers coming through.
Yeah,
we haven't seen Japan compete at a Smash 4 major in a hot minute, so Raito and all those guys, I'm definitely stoked to watch them.
Yeah, I mean, Switchfest I think is the 4th PGR A tier of the season, which is like down from where we were last season because Summer of Smash kicks it off, and so like right away you're having A tier and S tier events right off the bat in July and August. But if you actually look at the PGR V3, the only like really big events that we had then that we haven't had this time around were Genesis, which actually was down to A tier for Smash 4 this time, and Civil War, which is the like biggest Smash 4 event of all time, basically by our metrics. And so really what I feel like we're seeing is not as much a drop off, but more of a return to the norm. And Switchfest is being one of the bigger events of the season so far is, I feel, healthy.
Yeah, I can agree. I think the Smash community is kind of going through a little bit of burnout. I think that could be seen somewhere in the summer.
I'm feeling that too, for sure.
Yeah. Like we went so hard in 2017. And it's just a lull before Smash.
2017 was nuts, dude. It was literally a major every weekend or 2 majors every weekend.
Yeah.
2017 was a war zone to survive as a major for sure.
Yeah, definitely. And that's why we haven't seen like Japanese Smash 4 players come out too much. It really definitely adds up both on your body and on your wallet. So there's gonna be Aba, Como, Shuton, Raito, Kameme, a whole bunch of people are coming to this, and then like all the top SoCal players. They're so ridiculous in this game. Like I'm scared of the top 35 players in SoCal if I play in a tournament. And then I guess who do you guys think is going to take the tournament? If you had to put like expectations on
Nairo's streaming, so he has to win. I don't know.
Yeah,
There's
Nairo's been on
True.
fire.
a correlation. He's streaming, so he's winning, dude. I
Wait,
don't know.
but dude, that's like a semi curse break too. Only a little bit, but still.
Yeah. I think Nairo's got it.
Yeah, that's like the soft curse break.
Hmm.
HBox, who do you think has it based on the past couple like months and weeks of Smash 4?
Dude, I gotta give it to Nairo.
Yeah.
I thought MKLeo was like the undisputed, like I am the guy to beat, but Nairo's kind of been going hard in the paint, so I don't know. We'll have to see.
Yeah, I similarly would favor Nairo to win this. Definitely just a ridiculous player right now. He's winning pretty much every tournament. The ones that he's not, it's still very close, and it's against the best of the best that it happens. Like, he started off not winning Genesis, but that has not meant that like he's cooled down for the season at all because he's pretty much won everything else. I guess moving on to Flatiron. Also, we got a pretty deep talent pool. HBox, I didn't see you on Smash EG. You're not going, right?
I deconfirmed.
Okay.
I figured I have an event I'm going to with these CSL dudes on the 29th, the day after I'm running a tournament. And then 2 days after that, I'm going to Smash Summit flying back. So I'm basically doing 3 5-hour flights in 48 hours. And I didn't want to do another flight the weekend before that, back and forth to the West Coast. So I told Flatiron, thank you for the invite, but I kind of want to sit it out. You gotta be choosy of your tournaments too, especially if you're like ranked 1. Like, you don't want to overstretch yourself, even if you're a full-time gamer. You want to make sure like you still have good clarity, good flow with anything, good practice regime, and all that. And Flatiron, when I was there, they invited me. Had about 200 people, no pot bonus. I think it would have been like $1,000 first place if I won, which is something you have to measure. You have to make sure that usually when I go to a tournament, I want to make if I win something like 1,500, 2K. If I win, that's usually my expectation for traveling that far for a national, which might seem lottie to some people, but you have to sort of figure that out and understand what a standard is for being flown out and all that. And I never. If I get invited to a tournament, my thing is to never ask for an appearance fee. I don't like doing that because, like, if I get offered an appearance fee off the flat of the first message, like, sure, I'll take it. But I'll never be like, hey, we're going to this tournament. We'll fly you out. Do you still want to come if we fly you out? I will never be like, oh, yeah, give me an appearance fee top of that, and I'll think about it. Because that hurts the TOs a lot. And, it's Melee. It's still a grassroots organization, even though there's a lot of esports teams there, especially with TOs. So this case around, it wasn't a pot bonus. It was all the way in Colorado, and I wanted to take a little break. So I think it'll be a fun tournament. It'll be cool to see Leffen compete against a lot of these people because he confirmed now. And I think people are a little sick of seeing me tap that ass so often. So I have to,
yeah,
I have to, give him something new for once. So it's all good.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, sorry, I was gonna say to speak on the Leffen going. I think it's cool because Leffen has kind of taken a back seat with Melee. Like, he's been focusing a lot more on Dragon Ball FighterZ. So hopefully this is the start of him sort of diving back into Smash, if that makes sense. Because I love watching Leffen play. He's really sick. And yeah, like, if this is kind of like, maybe he'll get bodied and it'll be motivation for him to, step his game up in Smash. Or maybe he'll body everyone and it'll be like, yo, like, I got my swagger back. Like, I got my confidence back. Like, let's go Summer of Smash kind of thing. So I think the results and how Leffen does will be, I think, the most interesting narrative going into Flatiron. But definitely shout outs to my man TOing that, because he's a homie. And he came through to Toronto randomly and like came to my house for like an hour play and then went flight back.
Wow.
Yeah, and he's a really good guy. So yeah, best of luck with the event.
Yeah, definitely looking like a sick lineup. Leffen, the only one of like the big 6 or big 7 attending, but still like, ridiculous talent pool, top 10 players. Like, this is going to be a really cool event to see because I feel like first is definitely up for grabs, especially with Leffen playing a lot more Dragon Ball. And I kind of like that he's dual maining games, or at least really giving Dragon Ball an honest shot. I've always thought
that's pretty cool.
His Smash playstyle seems very like inspired by Capcom games too. He likes to jab and like box a lot. He's very like mix-up oriented. He definitely plays rock paper scissors with you a lot, while also playing a ridiculous character with ridiculous execution. So yeah, he's always like playstyle wise been one of my favorites to watch. And I'm glad that he's showing face, and also two summits, one left. That was his Dragon Ball Z in-game tag the other day. And, I think that's pretty hype, man. He's going to both. So props to him, man. If you can win in both games, that's really sick.
He put out that tweet when he was starting to become a super top player in Melee that he wants to be top 8 at Marvel and top 8 at Melee at an Evo or something like that. I think he said something like that, which is crazy, crazy to fathom. So that's like the path he's trying to take. That's fucking nuts.
Yeah. Always been good at Marvel. I definitely remember seeing him, I think at an Apex, go pretty hard.
I feel like he said at one point that he only wants to juggle both games if he can be number 1 at both, which I feel is an admirable goal. But at the same time, I see a lot of players in the more traditional fighting game scene juggle 3, 4, 5 games, sometimes even at the same event. Like Goichi,
that Chris G life,
Chris G, Kazunoko. So I mean, you could say if Leffen's trying to be number 1 at Melee, it's harder to do that when you have 14 years worth of experience versus one of these other games. But at the same time, I feel like he might be able to mix and match both without putting too much of a strain on either. I feel like he could structure his time in a way that he could do that.
Yeah, it's definitely possible, but really hard still. But HBox, I know, is definitely personally committed to the issue of not letting that happen, at least in Melee. And if you pick up Dragon Ball just to beat him, that would be absolutely hilarious, dude.
No, we all know I pretty much blow chunks at any other game, any other fighting game. But that's the cool thing about what I do is I can lose in anything. I can lose in soccer. I can lose in ping pong. I can lose in poker. I can lose in Dragon Ball Z Fighter. I can lose in competitive puppy racing. But every time I lose, I just look them in the eye and I say, "See me in Melee." And then what are they gonna do? What can they say? All right, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna backer them until they never play again. We're gonna take it down.
Dude, they can also see you at your What did you say?
What if Puff gets buffed in Smash 5? Then are you going to be saying in 2 different games?
My face went.
Give me a middle tier Puff. Give me a middle tier Puff, and I will fuck everyone up in that game.
Ooh.
Even a middle low, stop at the bottom tiers. All right, if there's 50 characters, give me a 25. Give me a 30. All right?
Yo, 25 in Smash 4 has won tournaments. You know what I'm saying? Whoever that 25 might be, they've still won a tourney.
Smash 4 has 56 characters, and Puff is 75th. I'm not sure why they did that to me. I need a better tier character, right? I need some tools, man.
My man said, "Give me a mid-low tier."
I think you could definitely do some damage if she wasn't just absolute trash, and you're still beating good players, which is that's really impressive.
Yeah, I feel that.
And also they can see you at your tournament, not just in Melee, but for Melee. So you want to just drop something about that real quick?
Known as Overlords of Orlando, which your boy is hosting alongside Captain Crunch. We are basically making it into Florida's premier event. We capped for Melee last time, and the buzz are there for the Melee this time. And the reason this event is such a big deal, guys, is because, and lucky for this podcast, I believe I have, oh my God, what are the odds? Literally next to me. I have the solution to Melee, the future of Melee. You take your cube, right? In this case, your cube that you won for winning CEO 2017 from Drew Bailey. You take your cube, all right? No hacks. You put it in your legally bought Melee, which hopefully everyone still has. You take your cube that has digital out. See that, guys? These two right here. You might have wondered what this is for. Now it's a chance to shine, because now we're in the future. We don't need Nintendo. Well, we do sometimes, but we now have a company sponsoring our tournament, providing us with 23 of the highest end GameCube HDMI adapter you can buy today on the market. This is priced at $149 each because of how high end the product is. They're going to be selling it at my event discounted. And for the viewers they're going to put up a discount code on the stream to buy these for a lower price. So I'm very excited about. But anyways, all you do with these, and I hope these become wholesale. I hope she gets them. I hope Jabali gets them. I hope Mr. Wizard gets them. Because I played Melee on this last night on a game monitor. I posted a video, and it was one of the cleanest, most beautiful experiences. Here it is. The future of Melee right here.
Dude, I need that, man. I've been saying Melee on monitor should be
HDMI out, baby. Like that. And listen to this. Just put it right here. Put it in a nice little click. Oops, done. Ready to go.
You just saved Melee, dude. You saved Melee.
Ready to go. And you hold B for progressive scanning. That shit looks like fireworks. All right, man? Fireworks.
Oh, it does 480p out too?
Yeah, that's what that is 480p. It's always progressive, and it has, I'll be honest, I felt like it had less lag in the CRT. I know it's going to sound weird, but that's literally how it felt.
Okay, that's a pretty serious testimony there.
See, I've talked to Cardano about this, and his verdict is that due to the way the signal works and the way the LCD screens work, you're in practice expect to get like a few milliseconds more. So you're like on the order of like a quarter of a frame more lag.
Right.
Which, like, it might be a thing to some players. It might mess up your texture, but I don't think I've played on really laggy HDTVs, and honestly, being able to play on an HDTV with only a quarter frame lag would be a godsend for me.
I'll be honest, since you're in this call, Tass, there was a tournament called MVG Sandstorm, and they forced me and Westballs to switch CRTs mid-set. Westballs proceeded to destroy me after the CRT switch, and I was up almost 2-0, 3-0 him, and I barely lost game 3. I'll forever say that there was a definite change in the input lag on those CRTs, and I have played on some CRTs that simply did not feel analog, if that made sense.
Some do, like some, not just because it says CRT, just because it's got a fat tube at the back of it does not mean it doesn't lag. It's just that the vast majority of them don't. So there are definitely CRT TVs that straight up are awful for Melee because they lag, but they look like they're good because they look like any normal CRT. But that particular model just
But what's exciting with this now is that, and correct me if I'm wrong because you know way more than I do, but as long as you get any gaming monitor that has 144 hertz refresh rate and 1 milliseconds, what's it called?
Response time?
Thank you. 1 millisecond response time. We should have a consistent and good-looking product without breaking our backs to lug these into setups. And they should be easy to set up with current peripherals. Now for this Overlords tournament, on Saturday we run Melee, and then for Smash 4, we literally just take out the consoles and put in different consoles and leave the TVs exactly how it is. Hell, we leave the wires exactly how it is. Imagine that. Melee and Smash 4 using the same wires. Melee and Smash 5 using the same wires. This is a very exciting time. I think if we change the landscape right now, right before Smash 5 comes out, and whether it's this product, which I can tell you is the best I've used, or one that's cheaper or alternative, if we find one that's as reliable, then I say we go for it. All right. But you know, I want the community to be comfortable with it. I want people to test it. That's why, you know, Florida, granted, we're not SoCal, we're not Cali, we're not a national, but I have my own voice, and I have all the people attending. They're all Florida's talent. Hopefully, Plup will come to test out this tournament and to testify. And I'll retweet every time someone does. These are completely, if not better than CRT to play on. So that's my goal. That's my end goal, and I think that's the future we're going to go to. As much as I love the feeling of a CRT, it's just simply time to move on.
Now,
Dude,
I guess to answer your question from like a minute ago, the like 144 hertz and the 1 millisecond response time isn't necessarily a guarantee that a TV won't lag, but
Sure.
like it's not lagging with like an HDMI signal from like a Wii U or from like another console, then it probably should also not lag with this adapt. So like if you've already confirmed that it's a good TV for Wii U lag, then it should be fine for the adapt. So the manufacturer specs that they say is like, oh, we have such and such white to black, 1,000,000 to 1 contrast or whatever. Like those different specs that they put out isn't necessarily the input lag that a gamer will worry about. But if a TV is working for other games, it should also work with the adapter.
As long as usually the monitors that I've seen labeled as gaming monitors made by companies that know what the fuck they're doing, Alienware, BenQ, those guys, usually on those it seems to run without a hitch, right? Obviously there are monitors which are, computer monitors, those sort of screens which people use, and they technically are LCDs, they technically are, have their refresh rate. But I think as long as the monitor is provided by one that's meant to be played, with games like Street Fighter, games like Mortal Kombat, monitors that you would plug in your Xbox or 360 into, I think those are safe. So that's the hypothesis I'm thinking.
I don't want to give it like 100% confirmed seal of approval, but from what I know, I would say yes.
Okay. Yeah, I'm excited to see how it turns out.
Dope.
Thing I'm happiest about, man, is definitely the physical stress of carrying CRTs.
Hell yeah.
I have a bad back, and like I really have actually hurt myself doing it,
man.
Yeah.
Lifting 100 CRTs for Gommel is the worst.
Yeah, it definitely is not fun, especially Joe. I can only imagine, dude. Like, you've TO'd so many tournaments, like from weeklies to majors, like long-term trauma.
Yeah, dude, I'm about to rent these adapters from you, dude. I'm about to turn
I have Monopoly, and
you have like 20 of these, dog. Spread the wealth, bro. Give pay for to the poor, bro. Come on.
I think this is
just ask for an appearance fee. And
Peach Box.
my adapter fee, dude.
Yeah.
My appearance fee of my adapters, bro.
You got Melee's number one player.
I can get my hands on those adapters.
2 for the price of 1. You got it. Just fly me out, son.
I got you, bro.
I don't know if you saw my Twitter, but he sent them to me in this metal briefcase. It looks so sick. It's like fucking like the codes to like a nuclear launch weapon. It's crazy. It's filthy. I'm excited. I'm so hyped.
Yeah, dude, I'm down, man. If you bring those to Gommel for the ladder or something, I'd definitely be about it.
Yeah, that would be sick.
If even one gets stolen, my heart is broken. So we'd have to create some kind of security system, some kind of plastic covering, and then all the companies which make plastic coated casings for consoles, then they get big, and then innovation is necessity's mother, and then it fucking goes all over that. And then we confirm all the economic theories within Melee. Who would have thought? It's just funny. This game's so funny to me sometimes.
Yeah, because at Gommel last year, we did Melee on monitors with the Sewell adapters, and like it was good, but obviously like this is like the next level. Like this is that.
Yeah,
like,
this
is
where. And dude, imagine that you get 24 of the same monitor for a tournament. Absolutely no Johns about different lag times and different CRTs. It's done. It's actually done. You team up with EGLX and you have their guys provide monitors. You Gucci, man.
Yep.
I feel like we need to prep for like the security stuff now, because when Smash Switch comes out, then people are going to be really concerned about bringing their consoles to locals and stuff, because those things are tiny and expensive. Yeah. And so like getting like security stuff down on the GameCube side now, like I feel could possibly have a benefit for us down the line.
Yeah, I agree. It's something that like outside of gameplay and like anything, you still have to worry about people stealing. It kind of sucks. Like Smash community is supposed to be like the safe haven, But anyway, I guess on a much lighter note, also next weekend, aside from Overlords, we have CSL Finals coming up, which is doubling as the Western Divisional Finals for the circuit. So that means we're going to see the best players from Cali and the Pacific Northwest in crews, $2,500 and an invite to Shine, aka National Finals. That's
Can I enter that?
Huh?
Can I enter that with my Fox?
No. That's a qualified crew battle. But you can enter if you came for Saturday. You could have entered the bracket, which is open to everyone. We have $350 pop bonuses.
Pick up in pro though.
Huh? Pick up in pro, dude. If you want to be like, if you want to do like an exhibition match at the end of the tourney in Smash 4, like we're super down because we're doing.
Not me, but I have a friend named Orlando Man, and I think he wants to actually compete in that. He's got a pretty good Fox, so I think he's willing to put money down in the form of not real money that he can beat anyone there with his Fox. So I'm excited to see how he does.
Yo, I will Fox ditto you for your GameCube adapters. I will siphon Overlords of Orlando's setup.
Yo,
Just so you know, 150 times 23, that's about $3,200 worth of product. So I mean, if you want to, I'm down. We'll Fox ditto you for that. Free.
It's on. All right, dude. Let's talk to our higher ups at CSL to.
Yeah. If they can cut the
real
check,
talk,
man, then maybe. But
real talk, guys. Lewis told me that Boston had been using. Sorry to get off topic here, but he told me that Boston had been using these not the same adapters, but the Sewell adapters, whatever, for their locals for a long time, working perfectly. But no one ever really made buzz about them. No one ever said like, "Let's do this." And then the moment I posted that online, you had Mr. Wizard from Evo, you had Bailey, you had Sheridan, you had VG Bootcamp. Everyone in that thread saying, "Please let me know how it goes because I'm interested in bulk ordering these." That many people are just fucking fed up with the CRTs, and I love them. I'll always love CRTs, but we gotta change. Anyways, go back to what you were saying.
yeah, no, dude, I agree wholeheartedly, man. So like, I'm definitely super in favor of this catching on. And yeah, so I mean, Orlando, man, if he was there on Saturday, it could enter singles. Anybody can.
Yeah.
All the Melee stuff Saturday, and all the Smash 4 stuff is Sunday. Or I'm sorry, the Open tournament and the Pickup and Pro Cruise, which we're bringing in 4 top SoCal players for, that's on Sunday. So
That's
like
sick.
most of the Melee people are going to be at SSS, but HBox, if you wanted to play like against the winning crew, like 3 of yourselves versus like the crew that wins this just for fun or something, I don't know, anything like that. If you want to play someone, particularly in Smash 4, just because like that's what's going on Sunday, that would be dank. But I mean, whatever you want to do, like you could just come through, chill, enter the bracket. There's $350 on the line for both games in pop bonuses, and then $5 entry. Also, you can get free venue fee if you sign up on Smash EG before this Friday. So like when this video drops, you'll have mere hours to do it. So get on it, yo.
Shit.
Yeah, smash.gg/CSL West. That's where you want to be for that free venue.
All right. You heard me, man.
But yeah, then the Pickup and Pro thing, real quick. Basically, each of these 4 players, Larry, Void, Zenu, and Charlie, will be picking 2 collegiate players that participated in the crew battles. They'll just like draft 2 of them out, and they'll do a quick single and bracket in the 3-stock cruise format, 3v3. So I think that's going to be fun. Just something to like connect the pro players and the collegiate players, and just provide like an interesting spectacle. So yeah, maybe HBox versus the winning team times 3.
Nice.
I don't know. Whatever happens, happens. But yeah, guys, Joe and HBox, close it out, guys.
Right,
go Raptors.
Yes.
Go Raptors. Hell yeah.
Yes.
Toronto boys.
Go Leafs.
Duran and Neil, please sponsor me for this money match with HBox so that I can try and get these adapters. Gooby, please. And thanks for tuning in. And shout outs to Practical Task for hopping on.
Oh yeah, Practical Task, dude. Get some closing thoughts in there too, man.
Closing thoughts. Smash is awesome. Play Smash.
Yes.
On Twitter.
Best game ever.
Yeah, definitely. Saw it in so many of those game. What is it? The like 4 games that influenced you. Like so many people in Smash today. So many.
I was thinking of doing that, but just put in melee, and melee.
Dude, Smash is the GOAT. Free.
No, realistically, it would be like Melee 64, Mario Party 3, and Mario Kart Wii.
Mario Kart Wii?
Mario Kart Wii is sick.
Mario Kart Wii is pretty sick. With the steering wheel.
All right, yo, guys. I guess we're just going to cut it here. So thanks for tuning in. We'll be back. Well, it's hard to say. Possibly next week, but possibly waiting for some real cool stuff to happen in Smash. But either way, the show is still on the rails. So let's cut it here, guys. See ya.
All right, man. Later.
Yo, later, my dudes.
Peace.